Okay, so SNL turned 50, and wow, your search history tells me you are really into this.
Yeah, it's amazing to see what caught your eye. People are looking for the practical stuff, like when it's on,
Here to watch it.
how long it is, planning out their snacks and
I get it. I totally get it.
but you're also digging into some of the like history
Yeah.
of SNL and you're interested in the original cast members, some of the bigger names.
Oh, absolutely. The names that are popping up are incredible. Steve Martin, Paul Simon,
Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin.
Bill Hader,
It's like
yeah.
a who's who of
And
comedy.
you want to know who showed up
Yeah.
for this mega celebration? And
Speaking of showing up,
yes.
what about Dan Aykroyd?
Oh, Dan Aykroyd.
It seems like people were really expecting to see him.
Yes, they were convinced he would be there, even though he wasn't part of the live show.
Right. And it's funny how sometimes it's the absence of somebody that gets people talking.
Exactly.
Almost as much as if they were there.
It's the power of nostalgia, especially with something like this. Yeah.
You're not just watching a show, you're reliving memories.
Right.
You're connecting with like a shared cultural experience.
Totally. And speaking of connecting with the past, you've been looking into the cast a lot, both the past and present.
A lot of searches for that original SNL cast, the not ready for primetime players.
Oh, yeah. Even specific names like Lorraine Newman.
Lorraine Newman.
Like you're piecing together the whole history.
Yeah, absolutely. And it shows a real appreciation for the show's legacy and how it's caped comedy over 5 decades.
Yeah, for sure. And along with the legendary names, there's also a little bit of a darker side to the search's SNL host murderer. Like, wow.
Well, there is Robert Blake.
Oh, that's right.
He hosted back in the 80s.
Yeah.
He had a really successful career in both comedy and drama, but his real life took a dark turn with a controversial murder case.
It's true. And it just makes you think about, the line between what we see on stage and the
Right.
real person.
Yeah, the person behind the character.
Okay, so we've talked about the guest list, a history, but clearly you're not just here to research this thing.
Right.
You want to watch it.
You want to watch it. There's a lot of searches for like where to watch SNL 50 time, even Peacock SNL.
It's like you're gathering all the info.
Gathering all the insight.
Before you sit down for the big show.
Exactly.
And once you're settled in, you want some music.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Simon, Simon and Garfunkel.
McCartney.
Like you're putting together your own little SNL concert.
That's right. And it's not just the big names either. You're curious about the roots of SNL's musical legacy.
Oh, yeah.
You even searched for the first musical guest ever.
Who was the first musical guest?
Drum roll, please. It was Janet Ian.
Oh,
Back in 1975.
Really?
Famous for her hit song at 17. She helped kick off what would become, this legendary tradition of musical performances on SNL.
Wow, Janice Ian, I did not know that. That's a piece of trivia I'm going to store away.
Yeah.
And speaking of iconic moments, you also seem to be a really big fan of some of the classic SNL characters.
Yes, Debbie Downer and Drunk Uncle keep popping up.
Oh, yeah, those are comedy gold. Who hasn't, channeled their inner Debbie Downer
Right.
at some point? Like, oh, this cake is delicious, but it's probably full of trans fats.
Yeah, and Drunk Uncle, at a family gathering, rambling on about the good old days.
They're just instantly recognizable.
Instantly.
But what's fascinating is why these characters connect with people so much. What makes an SNL bit truly iconic?
Well, let's break it down. It's more than just being funny. They tap into something deeper. I think a lot of it has to do with like universal experiences or anxieties.
Oh, yeah.
Like with Debbie Downer.
Right.
She embodies that person we all know. The one who can't resist pointing out the downsides.
Of any situation.
Of any situation.
Yeah, like we're celebrating your new job, but studies show that most people end up unhappy in their career.
Exactly. And it's funny because it's relatable.
Totally.
We all have that little voice in our heads.
Yeah.
Sometimes that little Debbie Downer, but she just takes it to a whole other level.
Yeah, and that's where the comedy comes in.
Exactly.
And then you've got Drunk Uncle,
Uncle.
who's a caricature of that rambling kind of inappropriate relative who shows up at family gatherings.
With unsolicited advice.
The same old stories.
Exactly. He's that familiar figure. We've all encountered him.
Right.
Maybe we are him sometimes.
Yeah.
Who gets a little too enthusiastic with the holiday cheer.
And it's so well observed.
Yeah.
They nail all the little quirks.
The slurred speech.
The catchphrases.
The off-kilter logic.
So recognizable.
And it's not just random jokes.
Yeah.
It's like a carefully crafted persona that resonates with us because we see truth in it.
Yeah, it's like they're holding up a funhouse mirror to our own family dynamics,
Right.
our social anxieties.
And that familiarity is part of what makes those characters iconic. They represent something we all recognize.
Yeah, they become more than just characters. They become embodiments.
Of certain personalities or social tropes.
Yeah. And speaking of iconic characters, what about Dan Aykroyd? You mentioned that there was a lot of talk online about whether or not he was going to be at the anniversary special. I know he wasn't there, but it seemed like people really thought he would be.
Right. And it's interesting to think about why there was so much speculation.
Yeah.
He's undeniably a part of that original cast.
Right.
And his impact on the show is huge.
So maybe it was just wishful thinking. Like,
Yeah.
people really wanted to see him back on that stage.
Especially for this big occasion.
Especially for such a momentous occasion. Yeah.
And it speaks to that connection people have with those early seasons of SNL. It was such a groundbreaking era.
Sure.
And those original cast members have a special place in our memories.
It's like wanting your favorite band to get back together for one more show.
Exactly.
You know, that element of nostalgia.
Yeah, and sometimes that anticipation can be so strong that it overrides reality. Even if someone isn't physically present, their presence can still be felt.
They become almost mythical.
Larger than life.
And speaking of larger-than-life figures, you were really interested in the musical guests, Paul Simon.
Oh, yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel, Paul McCartney.
Big names.
You're clearly a fan of SNL's musical legacy.
It's fascinating to see the range of your searches, from legendary duos like Simon and Garfunkel to solo acts like Paul McCartney.
Right.
It really speaks to the breadth of SNL's musical history.
For sure. And it's a reminder that SNL has been a platform for both emerging and established artists.
Oh, yeah.
And for a lot of musicians, it's a sign that they've made it, they've hit the big time.
Right, the rite of passage?
And sometimes those musical performances become iconic in their own right.
Absolutely. Like Nirvana performing Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Kanye West debuting Stronger.
That's right.
Or even Ashley Simpson's lip sync mishap.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those unscripted moments are just as memorable as the planned performances.
Exactly. And that unpredictability is part of what makes SNL so compelling.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
Okay, speaking of surprises, remember that search for Keith Richards?
Oh, yeah.
What was his connection to SNL?
Well, he wasn't a full-fledged musical guest like in the traditional sense, but he did make a surprise appearance with Mick Jagger
Oh, wow.
when the Rolling Stones performed back in the 70s.
A surprise Keith Richards cameo? That's pretty legendary.
Yeah, and it just goes to show the unpredictable nature of live TV, especially on a show like SNL.
For sure.
That spontaneity keeps people coming back.
Okay, so we've talked about the stars, the cast members, the musical moments, the iconic characters.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to address before we wrap this up?
Well, there's one more search that caught my eye, and it might surprise you.
All right, lay it on me. What is it?
You searched for SNL parodies of commercials.
Oh, wow, you're right. I totally forgot and even searched for that.
It's interesting because it highlights this, less talked about aspect of SNL.
Oh, yeah.
Their ability to really make fun of advertising.
Yeah, some of my all-time favorite SNL moments are those fake commercials.
Yeah.
They're so over the top and ridiculous, but they also make you think.
Exactly. They tap into our shared experience of being bombarded with advertising constantly.
Yeah.
And they just flip it on its head. Those familiar jingles, and
Like
exaggerated claims.
overly enthusiastic spokespeople.
Exactly.
And it works because we all recognize it.
We recognize those tactics.
Like, we've all seen those cheesy commercials that are trying way too hard to be relatable.
Yeah.
And SNL just takes it to the next level.
They make us laugh at how absurd it all is.
It's like social commentary disguised as entertainment.
Exactly.
Like, remember that Colin Blow cereal commercial?
Oh, yes.
It's like a party in your pants.
Oh, so wrong, but so funny.
I know.
It's memorable because it takes this, everyday product and makes it outrageous.
Right.
And it makes you think twice about what you're having for breakfast.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. The guest list, the cast members, the music.
Iconic characters, fake commercials.
It's been a real journey through 5 decades of comedy and pop culture.
It really has. And what's amazing is that it all started with your curiosity.
Right.
Your deep dive into the world of SNL.
It's been so fun to revisit all these great moments and find some hidden gems too.
Yeah.
But I think it's time to come up for air.
Take a breath.
And think about what we've learned.
What does all this interest in SNL's 50th anniversary tell us?
For me, it shows that live comedy still has this power.
Yeah.
Even in a world where we're always online, there's just something special about seeing performers create something funny and spontaneous.
Right in front of you.
Right there in front of you.
And SNL has always been more than just a comedy show. It's really like a cultural touchstone.
Totally.
It's a reflection of us, our society, our anxiety.
It makes us laugh at ourselves.
It holds a mirror up to who we are.
Yeah, it's like social commentary that it's a variety show.
Exactly. And the fact that it's still going after 50 years shows that it can adapt.
Right.
It can evolve. But the question is, can it last another 50 years?
Ooh, that's a really good question. The media landscape has changed so much, even just in the last 10 years.
I know.
Can SNL stay relevant in a world of streaming and social media and just the constant demand for new content?
It's definitely a challenge, but I think SNL has a few things going for it.
Okay.
First, it's live.
Yeah.
Which creates a sense of excitement that you don't get with something pre-recorded.
It's true. There's always that risk that something could go wrong.
Exactly.
Which sometimes makes it even funnier.
And second, SNL has always been this amazing place for finding new comedic talent.
Oh, yeah.
It launched the careers of so many stars.
From Eddie Murphy to Tina Fey.
Will Ferrell, Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
If they keep finding new talent, they'll stay relevant.
And they're not afraid to push the envelope and talk about what's happening in the world.
Which keeps it fresh.
Ex-
So the future of SNL may be uncertain, but I think it has the potential to keep going for years to come.
Right.
But ultimately, it's up to the viewers.
That's where you come in, dear listeners.
That's right.
We've given you a glimpse into the world of SNL. The history, the stars, the impact. Now it's up to you to watch the show.
Form your own opinions.
And decide if this iconic show can keep making us laugh and think for another 50 years.
It's a great time to be an SNL fan and a really interesting time to think about what's next for comedy.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time for me to go rewatch some classic Celebrity Jeopardy sketches.
Oh, yeah.
Because let's be honest, who doesn't need a little Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek in their life?
A timeless classic. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.